What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of having goldfish. Okay, I'm going to start with the disadvantages first. Disadvantage number one: you cannot put them into a small fish bowl. Most people think they can. People at the pet store will tell you that you can, but really you cannot. You'll be wasting your money because your fish will end up getting sick from their own waste because there's not enough water filtration, there's not enough air, and it's just a small tank. They'll injure themselves because they have limited space to swim. So that's basically my rule. Is whenever somebody asks me about fish and how they go about getting fish, they always ask me, can I get a little bowl and get some fish with it? And I always tell them absolutely not. You do not push fish in a small fish bowl. You can possibly get away with like maybe a few guppies or even a small beta, but even then, guppies breed like crazy. For example, I've got this tank here teeming with guppies, and I started out with like 4 or 5 guppies. I actually had to upgrade to a 40-gallon breeder because there were so many. When you start out with goldfish, they are good fish to start with. They're very hardy. So disadvantage number 2: they need lots of filtration. These fish are high waste animals and will put out lots of bad, they'll poop and pee a lot, is basically what I'm saying. So you're going to need a filter, which a really good one is, I picked up 3 CFS 500 filters by Odyssey. They're rated 500 gallons an hour, and it's worked wonders. I've got it on 3 of my tanks. I've got it on a 55, a 40-gallon breeder, and a 30-gallon, and they work great for all fish, really. It's just they're just great filters, and they're not that expensive. They're only like $75-80. So that's another thing. Disadvantage number 3: they will eat all the plants you have in your tank. They will destroy them, rip them up, eat them. You'll have nothing left. If you've seen some of my earlier videos before I put goldfish in, my tank was full. This tank was full of plants, and after I put in goldfish, they tore them all out and ate them. So that's another thing. Disadvantage number 4 is they will make a mess. See, this is what I'm talking about, mess. Okay, this is the bottom of my tank, and you can see the glass, and right here you can see all the sand that they pick up in their mouths and then spit it out. And wherever it goes is where it lands and it stays. So then I got all this sand build up, and then you got this, and then this. Okay, so really it's not too terribly bad of what they do, as long as you have the equipment and the space, filtration. They are descendants of carp, so they scavenge on everything. They're bottom feeders, so they're bound to be going at the bottom of your tank, sifting through whatever you have and eating what's ever left. Hello, little Jack Dempsey. Anyway, now we're going to the advantages of goldfish. Goldfish, they look cool. They're great fish to have, really, for starters. Now, starting with fish is not easy, especially getting your water parameters perfect so that fish can survive without ammonia buildup and toxic levels that would essentially kill your fish or make them very sick and hard to sustain. So goldfish are very hardy. Another fish I would recommend would be a beta. Now goldfish are amazing little fish. I actually was not into the whole goldfish story until I adopted this guy. One of my family members actually didn't have room for it, and she had it in like one of them nano cubes. It was like 7 gallon, one of them They're really dumb. I hate them. She said she couldn't have him anymore, and he was getting too big, and the water just kept getting really dirty really fast, and she had filter running all day, all time, changing filter, like every week, and it's really hard to keep up with a goldfish like that. So I adopted him, and I realized that this goldfish is actually really neat, and so I bought this one, and he's grown much faster than the other one. Okay. Advantage number 2, they will pick up whatever garbage is on the ground. For instance, you say you have dumped in a bunch of food for your Oscar or your Jack Dempsey, and whatever they don't pick up hits the ground, they'll sift through it and eat it. Okay. Advantage number 3, they're very peaceful fish. They are not aggressive whatsoever. They are fantastic with community fish, but you do have to choose wisely what companions you put with them. You do not want to put little fish with them because they will, take over the tank. And for instance, guppies, they will feed on baby guppies. Okay, that's basically any fish with natural instinct to eat smaller fish. Okay. Okay, so that's basically it. The advantages and disadvantages of having goldfish. I love them. I recommend them. But if you're starting out, make sure you do your research and do not buy a small fishbowl. You buy a small fishbowl, you're bound for problems, and you're bound for lots and lots of cleaning and lots of work to do on a small half-gallon little fishbowl. Do not believe whatever a pet store will say, because really they're trying to sell you something, so they're going to make everything sound good. They are lying to you, and there's very few actual people who work at fish stores who actually know what they're talking about. And whenever I go with a family member or a friend, they ask me to go with me because I'm obviously pretty successful with freshwater fish. So yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are persuaded to get a goldfish, because I love them very much. So, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Click that button right down there. Do it now. And like my video, please. Alright. Bye, guys.